Om Mahabalayai Namah. Om Mahabalavakyai Namah. Om Chitrahastayai Namah. Om Raktambarayai Namah. Om Amalayai Namah. Om Vimalayai Namah. Om Lalitayai Namah. Om Charuhasayai Namah. Om Charutrilojanayai Namah. Om Ajayayai Namah. Om Jayadayai Namah. Om Jyesthayai Namah. Om Jayashilayai Namah. Om Aparajidayai Namah. Om Vijayayai Namah. Om Jahnavyai Namah. Om Dushtajrambhinyai Namah. Om Jayadayanyai Namah. Om Jagatrakshagaryai Namah. Om Sarvajagat Chaitanya Rupinyai Namah. Om Jayayai Namah. Om Jayantyai Namah. Om Namah Shivaya, and God bless the Kali Sahasranama, performed by Sreejithnampoothiri on YouTube. What up, D'Angelo and Raina Lusted? How is the microphone sounding? I've been having issues. This might go in and out, blurry and stuff. How am I sounding? The voice okay? All right. I have another epic display of what I would call a new form of devotion. Thank you, D'Angelo. A new form of devotion. Brazil. I've danced in Sao Paulo. I danced in Sao Paulo, Brazil. Yes, and I'm half Portuguese. Yes, I am. However, sadly, the Portuguese side of my family, my great-grandmother or my grandmother was a bit racist and didn't like dark-skinned people. But they aren't all like that. That happens in India too. I don't know how and why. They're still abusing cows too in India, by the way. They're doing things, they're stealing the milk, chaining up the cow, abusing it, and then pouring that milk on the Shiva Lingam after abusing Nandi, the bull of Shiva. These are gurus, and they don't want to talk about that. All you see is them pouring, and you think it's all good. They're torturing the cow to do that. Sao Paulo, yes. Was it obrigado? Is that Portuguese? Yeah, we love Brazil. So Brazil. Obrigada. Thank you. Thank you. Always, I love all cultures as long as you have love in your heart. If you lack that, I will pull the flute out from Krishna and I will spank you scholarly in the name of love. I will spank you if you don't have that. If you're here to challenge and be arrogant and separate from other cultures and call them immigrants, they're all bodies of light, first of all. They're all orbs. All of you are orbs that absorb the spirit within you. And I'm showing this. I have a great video proving once again it's not dust, although dust is paranormal. Shiva likes dust and ashes. Ash Wednesday, ashy skin for black people, the name Ashley. For you scientists who are into particles and reflections of light in the camera and avoiding God, the generator of vitamin D, not the Vatican. This is a foot and a flute in your beautiful donkey ass. You have been ruling this world long enough with data and the wrong shape of the earth. It's time for a new baby to be born. What do you mean, Jay? The birth of Krishna. He's the 8th child of Devaki. Yep, like Souvlaki. You better wake up, Greece. He's the 8th child of Devaki, devotion, that will slay a killer known as Kans or Kansa, who kills babies, tortures people, is arrogant, rude, thinks he's God, and does not want anyone to do any worship to any other gods but him. Sound familiar to you in real time? The 8th baby is Krishna. You're all this. You must find your 8th baby. Or your 7th, which is the brother of Krishna, Balaram. Look it up. You have these same stories in Brazil, a version. In Brazil, they have a unique spiritual way of worship. They use little dolls, baby dolls. They hang them up. Okay, I know my stuff. And they use idols. Is it voodoo? Is it evil? What is the statue in India they're praying to? Evil. Is a statue of Jesus evil? Or Buddha? Or a temple of Allah? That is also idolatry, you Muslims who have been tricked by the CIA and the FBI to blow up an image of God. A temple that you pray in the mosque is an image of Allah. And it's expensive, and they're all made of gold. Wake up, copper, silver. They're worth billions. Would Allah want that? Or would Allah respect and appreciate you praying outside in the snow, burying yourself, like the Aghoris of India do in Mount Kailash, where most of you would die, with no shirt, and they live there, and they're sitting for hours chanting Shiva. How are they doing this? I dedicated a video to an Aghori or a sadhu who is buried under Mount Kailash snow and water, freezing. You'll die doing this. He comes out saying Shiva, Shiva. You see him covered in snow. He's probably about 60 or somewhat 70 years old. Not muscular, ripped, no, just chubby, regular looking dude with some kind of hot faith. Yes. Thank you, Reina. Yeah, that was a funny one. Yeah. When someone wrote a comment saying that my orbs are bigger than yours, I don't think you're experiencing what I'm experiencing. An orb is an orb. I'm like, dude, is that being woke? Once again, it's wonderful if everyone has their own unique experience. I don't do my orb work to show off. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing it to be the smartest or most wisest conscious person. And the person who wrote that comment even said, I am a part of the most conscious people on earth. Me. That sounds like Kansa, right? That little king that wanted to be God, that Krishna had to slay and put down. You can be a woke, evil person, and you could have some evidence of great stuff. Great. Of course, you're still a creation of the Creator. But there are levels to this, devils to this. There's people who are woke, still on the wrong path, wanting to challenge you, wanting to be better than you, wanting to break you down like someone who was asleep. So, I'm a nightmare for a lot of these people on Elm Street, the street of the tree, because your cortex in etymology means the bark, woof, of a tree. Did Joe Rogan tell you that? How about Sadhguru? How about your motivational speaker? Your professor? Your doctor told you that, right? They prescribed you what? Nothing nature. All of it stolen from nature, inverted from a tree and the ground with side effects. Nature also goes both ways. And science knows that. New level and a new devil, or a Mahadeva, a diva, Devo, name of Shiva, like the group Devo. From the 80s. Look it up. It's a name of Shiva, Devo. So what are they doing in pop culture? It's just devil worship? Idolatry? What's American Idol, Christian? Did you watch that show? Okay, I don't judge you. I love you. I'm an Agori. I'm a different kind of an Agori. I believe that I am definitely in the Agori caste. However, I'd love to have my guru. I would say this. My teacher must be one of these people that is in Mount Kailash right now, burying themselves alive in snow and figuring out how to be hot. I don't know anything. I'm the orb guy, but that technique, that's my guru. That's my teacher. Okay? In my opinion. They shut up. They show you what they do. They don't bother you. You know what I mean? You might disagree with some of the things they're doing, the Agori. You might call it strange. They call it devotion, and no fear is what Agori means. No fear of freezing to death. Because Shiva's name means no fear. You just keep going and saying it. A lot of you don't even try it. You do yoga, but you haven't pushed further in the yoga. And when you do the mantra, how are you using the mantra? Is it cosmetic? Are you just putting it on? A lot of you do this because it looks cute to you. It's interesting. And intellectuals are like this. They want to put on the culture shirt. So they'll jump in different categories and theorize it and put it on. Yoga is this today. It's just, you just put it on. Okay, bless you. At least you're doing it. But you aren't doing it deep enough. It's like when you make love to a woman, or if you're gay, no homophobia here. How deep can you go to get that G-spot, honey? Yeah. Even a small thing can get in there right if you know what you're doing. Metaphor, relax. You've all had sex, and sex is what it took to make you. But you're prudish now. How deep can you go to find that G-spot? Or is she faking? Or is he faking? It's okay. Real shit. So before I start this, I encourage everyone to watch Bal Krishna on YouTube. Baal Krishna. I have been studying and researching the stories of all these Hindu gods. I've been watching every movie, every version, because they add something that they didn't add in the other movie. That is important. That requires patience and devotion, which today, look it up, the average attention span of the human brain is 5 seconds. That's why on social media, all videos are 4 to 5 seconds, because you're lacking the attention span, not my chat room, to dig and to have patience and focus. A goldfish has the attention span of 8 seconds. So you're lagging, human. Look it up. It's a fact. I'm not surprised. This is why my stuff goes over a lot of heads. The phone, electronics, poison, legal poison, ignorance. That's why it goes over the head, and a lot want to be funny with it. They think it's a joke. They want to save me with Jesus. They want to give me a mental health diagnosis. Okay, great. Yeah, keep going. It's cute for now. It's cute for now until you have a problem, until pain comes for you and an accident happens, or someone texting while driving, or you get a disease or a virus from your poor choices. And you don't have to smoke today to get lung cancer. All you got to do is live in your apartment, apparently, with the chemicals that you're using to clean your house. These people are scientists and intellectuals that will analyze an orb, analyze your religion, analyze your truth, analyze your way of thinking, try to break you down, because they're slowly dying inside and they haven't embraced it, and they have fear. And to cover that fear, they want to challenge you with no backup, and they're regurgitating someone else's bullshit. Well, I am the bull, and I'm a shit. Yes, cow dung, and fertilize your freaking brain that is full of pop culture and someone else's underwear. I am watching Bal Krishna, where he explains the story of his birth yet again. It's a great TV series. In this version, if you know the story of Krishna's birth, he's born in jail. Wasn't Tupac born in jail? These people? Okay. Right? Black Panther. Okay. You got to smell bullshit, honey. I'm not dissing Tupac. I liked him. But there's some theories that he's a little bit this. If you look at him and he's like 12 in an interview, he's very much like this, he's speaking. It's okay. And then he's all of a sudden a man. Relax. The guy did ballet at Baltimore School of the Arts. Okay. Before being a thug. It's okay. Anyhow, in the story of Krishna's birth, there was a king who was destroying and killing and raping and pillaging India and terrorizing it. And his name is Kansa or Kansas. Wake up, look it up. Or Kans. Arrogant like your president, arrogant like your celebrity, arrogant like your quarterback, arrogant like your star, right, player, right, actor, arrogant, or actress, arrogant. He's just killing everybody. He's killing gurus, doing yoga and meditating. You must pray to me. Now, Kans has a sister, and the sister has a husband. So one day in the temple, Kans is worshiping and all happy about their wedding. And he's like, yes, my sister. And he goes on a horse. He wants to ride them to a place, a sacred place, to honor them. This evil bastard, right? Who loves his sister. She's in the back with the husband. Before he gets a chance to even go forward, a voice in the sky says, Kans, your end is near. He's looking around like, what the hell? It's like, Kans, the 8th child of your sister will be the end of your life. And he freaks out. He turns around. He throws her off the wagon and the husband, starts beating them both, and throws them in a dungeon. And then he kills 6 out of the 8 babies. He kills 6 out of the 8 with the influence of a character known as Narayan. And he always goes, Narayan, Narayan, Narayan. He's an avatar of Vishnu, but he's cheeky, and he loves to hang out with demons, to mess with them, to throw them off by pretending to like them and work with them. And then they get set up and lose. So Narayan appears and tells Kansa, encourages him to kill the 6. Do it. Now, while Krishna is speaking the story, telling his other wife, she stops him and says, oh my God, shame on Narayan. And shame on you for not stopping this killing. What is that? Good question. Even I was like, it's a good question. Why did they allow this? Here's the detail that blew my mind and put it back together again that they shared in this version. Krishna goes, honey, relax. Those 6 children were the sons of Kansa, the demon, when he was a different avatar from the past that had to be slain. He had 6 sons that were arrogant. They were grown up. And they were walking in the forest. And Brahma gave them a boon to be invincible. These 6 young men, this is before Krishna now. These 6 young men are in the forest. They see a yogi meditating. They disrupt him because they're arrogant. They're like, this guy, he should be praying to my father and me. They disrupt his yoga and they talk to him like this. Hey, man, what you doing, you piece of crap? You ain't shit. And he goes, excuse me, do you know who I am? They're like, no, like, I'm the father of your father. I'm your grandfather, dumbass. And they're like, oh, shit. And they get cursed. The grandfather's curse, take a wild guess. This is genius. Their curse is they must die before their time. 6 of them in the womb of another woman in a different age. Then Krishna is speaking to his woman and she's like, oh, I get it. That is deep. What is also deep about Hinduism, I love the different parallels, is this. Kans is not just an evil demon that likes to kill and rape and pillage and steal. Kans started off as a gatekeeper for Vishnu, called Jaya and Vijaya, or vagina honey. Look it up. Relax. Just look it up. I know you're all not my chat room. Ugh, yoga, right? Warrior one. Relax. Henna tattoos. Chakra flags. Okay. Damn. You're missing something. Now, Jaya and Vijaya are the gatekeepers of Vishnu. Now we're going to go back even before Krishna, before the Ramayana and the Mahabharata. Here's how it starts. 4 Kumaras. Jay, what's a Kumara? Just look it up. They're like yogis. 4 Kumaras who are children, like 8 years old. They go up. They want to visit Vishnu and speak. These 2 guards, Vijaya and Jaya, pardon me, it's kind of confusing. They don't allow these children into the kingdom. They say, nope, you got to have an appointment. You can't just come up in here. And they're like, excuse me? Do you know who we are? We are yogis and devotees of Vishnu. I want to speak to him. They're like, nope, you can't get in here. They're like, please bring Vishnu right now. Vishnu comes hearing the argument. He's like, what's going on? The 2 guards go, these kids here wanted to just come see you. We told these kids that you're too busy. They got to have an appointment, basically, to see you. And Vishnu goes, what? No, I don't need an appointment to come see me. They're allowed to come see me. And these children go, see, now you 2 guards are going to be cursed by us. And the curse is this. It's genius. And of course, it's children. Be careful how you treat your babies. You put your hands on them, like my mom did me. Anyhow, compassion. These children say, you 2 guards, we curse you, that in every other age, you'll reincarnate as a demon, an evil person that tries to kill Vishnu, and Vishnu will have to kill you. But what is funny about these 2 guards, Jaya and Vijaya, is they're also avatars of Vishnu. Yeah. Talk about chess. Talk about psychology. Damn. What? What is going on? That means Ravana of the Ramayana, or the Ramada, or Ramadan, the big evil demon killer in the Ramayana, was one of the guards of Vishnu. Khans, later on, another evil demon is one of the guards or gatekeeper of Vishnu, who must be slayed by Vishnu, but they're all Vishnu. And those little babies too, those 4 Kumaras were also Vishnu. You hear me? India, step it up, India. We love you. You're herding cows for Shiva. You lost your way. You're leading in leather. They're the #1 country of making leather, second in making beef. Gemini. Yeah, Tupac is duality. So is Biggie Smalls. Gemini. Coincidence? Twin towers? Okay. Gemini twins. You better wake up. I go deeper than a lot of y'all. I use this. My daughter, Jala, is evil. Interesting. She is probably a reincarnation of a version of Vishnu that was, let's just say, needed to come back and do some shit. Now, the trick is, all of your children you have right now, and you and me, relate to this. Do not separate yourself. You relate to this, and you will reincarnate with this vibration. If you do not know it, it's simple. You must know it well enough to understand why someone is the way they are and why they want to come after you or love you or hate you. You must understand their past lives. A lot of you don't do that. You don't believe in it because of your religion, one God, one this, one that, in which you have pedophiles in Christianity, pedophiles in the Catholic Church, pedophiles in Hinduism too, and pedophiles in Judaism and in Islam, beating women, raping. Yep. You know what it is? Underage sex for Allah. Not all of them, honey, but enough for it to be a problem. Allahu Akbar, right? Now, damn. The 8th child is now meant to kill Kansa or Khans. But Khans kills 6 of his own children from a past life. From the womb of Devaki, a woman who has no idea of this, has amnesia, and is traumatized by her babies being killed, but they're not really her babies. They're demons that lost their way, and Kansa kills them and doesn't know that. Is your mind not blown right now? Just think about that. Just think about that. How complex that is. And genius. Now, the 7th baby, you're wondering, well, why didn't he kill the 7th baby? I'll tell you why. Before that happens, he is visited by Rohini. Jehu is Rohini. What's a martini or a genie? Rohini is a lunar mansion in the moon and the consort of Chandra, the moon guy. Rohini visits Devaki and her husband, remember, sister of Kans. She comes to the jail to visit them, all disguised. They see her, they're like, what are you doing here? Why are you here to see us in jail like this? She's like, I have news for you. What is the news? Give me your 7th baby right now. She's like, why? Just trust me. Just give me your 7th baby. Okay, this is a great story. So she goes, sure, you're a Rohini, you're a lunar mansion. And she takes from her womb the baby and puts it in her womb and leaves the jail. So the 7th baby, the brother of Krishna, Balaram. Kansa finds this out. He's like, what do you mean she's not pregnant? She was pregnant. How is she no longer pregnant? The guards go, we don't know. She just ended up not even pregnant anymore. So Khans goes, we go down there and fucking see this shit. So here's Khans. He comes down, got his sword out, ready to, threaten and kill them, of course, doing his dumb shit. This is Vishnu, though. Okay. The Khans is all doing this shit, right? He's like, where's the 7th baby? They're all my death. I want to kill it. And she goes, I'm so sorry, I had a miscarriage. And Khans is so happy. He's like, oh, I see. That baby died from the fear of me killing it. Arrogant. And there she is like, yeah, sure. Yep. So now the 8th baby is born. You see where we're going now. We speed it up. And ends up also being taken away to a different place, a different mother, to be raised safely, to then kill this bastard, who is Vishnu. Krishna is also Vishnu. This is complicated. Schizophrenia. Me, myself, and Irene, Jim Carrey? Yeah. Multiple personality disorder? Oh, it's just a mental health thing, right? Are you kidding me? Miscarriage of justice? That's right. Gave birth to your abortion, but it was a metaphor, and y'all go too far, you feminists. It's not your body, first of all. You don't make sperm. What made sperm and what made you? It's not your body. It's a rental. Humble yourself. Now, if it's a little girl that's been raped and gets pregnant, I can hear that. We can talk. I get it. Relax. But some of you women that get older and make poor choices and you got drunk, right? This is mostly for these women. They want to just get rid of it because they're young and they want to have a future, but they couldn't control that vagina and that ding ding. So I'm going to abort it. Be careful. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, bless you. You had a stillborn. My orb is your stillborn. I'm going to dedicate my video, Reina. What up, Tengu? I'm going to dedicate my video to your stillborn because they're stillborn. There is no death. Anything that you see is dead. You can't see the spirit and where it's going. You can't see it. You just think it's gone. You must detach yourself from that emotion. It's hard. You've been trained to mourn, not celebrate or think it differently. Of course it hurts. But is there a message in that? And how do things become stillborn? What is crib death? I had a family lose their child at 3 years old after a flu shot. It turned blue. Blue. Who's blue? Krishna? Shiva? Ironic, right? Science is doing this. They know your shit. How are these things happening? You have an immune system, your body's a temple, and it's made from paranormal energy like orbs. What's happening is your body is being invaded right at birth. You're getting shots that you forgot about. So as you get older, that shit's marinating inside of you, altering your DNA. You don't know. How could you know? You trusted science. And you were forced to get this. All of you got this as a baby and checkups. No judgment. Hi, science. Of course, as you grow up, things get weird, and then you might have a stillborn. It's not your fault. The Creator would never want that for you. Trust me. If the Creator was like that, you and I wouldn't even have existed this long. We would have burnt out. His name is Jay. It was lupus. Jesus Christ. Om Namah Shivaya. Thank you, Raina, for sharing this with me. Oh my God. Raina, do you still feel do you still feel pain from the story? Are you still holding the pain? I can feel it. I have total compassion. That hurts, right? Okay. Wow. It's a strong female here. Lupus is a constellation in your 88 constellations. It means the wolf. So I'm wondering where that disease came from. Because they say it's a pseudoscience astrology. It's pseudoscience until you get sick and make connections and start saying, oh my God, cancer? Constellation, which lung cancer? Okay. Yep. Raina, it was not your womb, honey. It had nothing to do with you. It's black magic in astrology that you were denied. You weren't woke then, probably. You didn't know. That's how it goes. And the person who gave you the baby, needles, same thing. Since they were a child, their sperm, you see where I'm going here? Altered. At the altar. No! Let us marinate on the story of Krishna and how deep that is. You yogis don't go deep enough. Yogis show us great work, but we should be breaking down these things. This means this, that the Most High, out of the three, Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva, the Most High, the infinite, formless, shapeless thing you're doing yoga for, will purposefully make many different octaves of themselves, low, 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 and high, 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 honey. Ah, and yeah. Why are they doing this? They should stay infinite, right? In love and making and destroying shit. No, they're complicated. They become the very thing they have to kill. So they're killing themselves and coming back. It's too much. No one's going to understand my shit until I leave my body. I know this. A lot of you get me, but the majority, and I understand why. It's okay. I'm okay with this. All of your famous artists that were not about the status quo, they challenged status quo. They all died young, didn't they? Addicts, alcohol, we know. Depression, but they were geniuses. And you love them after they die. You're like, oh, we get it now. Oh, wow, a genius. Okay. That's where you live. I'm okay with this. Now, Jay, be quiet and show the video, please, in which this morning a miracle manifested. You are going to see, what up there, Habib? Salam alaikum. You are going to see a miracle. I take no credit for this. Om Namah Shivaya. The orb. First, it started off with an orb. It flew from the side of my screen, went over my head, did a pirouette, and disappeared. My head. I get them a lot in my head. The second orb responded to that Shakti Shiva, from the head of Parvati on my shirt, went up this little piece of paper I had of child art. It went up it, scanned it, came out of the paper, went to my head, and disappeared. Kundalini orb. I'm going to show you this shit. This is not a gimmick. There is no filter. This is God. And I am grateful. I give it to the creator, not my ego. I'm not trying to go viral. You can't go viral, actually, when you're like me, because most of y'all are used to the wrong kinds of viral. The 5-second guy, the video 5 seconds. You just you're all Krishna, by the way. It's not judgment. Just relax. You doom scroller. Thank you. Om Namah Shivaya. You doom scroller. The word doom. Doom was a gun game, and MF Doom, the rapper. You need to wake up, honey. What you are doing. You are dancing with Kants. You are dancing with Ravana, the dark version of Vishnu. Still God energy. Don't get me wrong, and useful. But it will change you. And do you know what that change is? A lot of you don't. If you get arrogant, you call yourself this, you call yourself that, and I'm seeing these comments. I'm like, nope, this one is not really there. I'll put a flute so far up your donkey ass, your nose will whistle. That was great. You can take that joke and do stand up with it. Dave Chappelle, who? Eddie Murphy, who? Richard Pryor, who? It's your time, honey. Jay, you seem bitter. Jay, you're limping. Jay, you're skinny. Jay, your hair is gray. Jay, you're a left-hander and a right-hander, and you're in the middle. Jay, who are these people? Oh, they're creations of Vishnu, and they forgot. And Shiva and Brahma, who are all controversial and all lose their way on purpose. And they didn't have to. Jesus Christ. Wow. Oh, great. There it is. So I don't want to get up. This hip is like, it's okay. I am not my body. Let me get myself organized for y'all. If you see me fidgeting and going up and down, it's just chronic pain. I'm figuring it out. I don't mind it. The only way, Krishna says this to his wife too, while speaking his story. She's like, why do you have to go through all this hell? What is this about, Krishna? Why are you all this suffering? He goes, no one, and I mean no one, can become enlightened unless they go through pain first. And what happened when I broke my leg? Dancing Shiva. Didn't know who he was in Switzerland. I had the video on my channel. I'm dancing this guy, and then my hip broke after that. It was fine before. It was absolutely perfect. I was jumping and spinning around, splitting my leg, and I was, Now I'm limping. Since 2013, limping. But orbs, brain, achieving goals, making miracles. Sounds kind of like, I don't know, Sri Ram in the Ramayana, who gets thrown from the palace, disowned by his family, sent to the wilderness to suffer, and then loses his girlfriend, his wife, Sita, and has to suffer with depression at the hands of a rapist named Ravana, who was an avatar of Ram Vishnu. Wow. Another important note to understand about your Hinduism, I'm going to help you with your yoga. It's not about yoga. It's not physical. So before you get into flexibility and showing off your camel toe and you men, and I get it. I get it. It's all sexual, really. I see all you yogi females. You're all showing off mostly, and you're beautiful, by the way. And I like what I see. But when I see yogi females, they're really about showing off the tits and the ass and spreading their legs. I know what's going on. I'm not stupid. You can do yoga wearing clothes that are, let's just say, more humble. But I see it. And if I acknowledge that, you'll slap me in the face. Are you teasing? Is that yoga? I'm just asking. Can yoga be done in a dress? I think so. I'm not saying you have to do that, honey. You do you. Goddess, feminism, right? It's my body. It is not what made the sperm that made your body a neutron and what makes a freaking neutron. You're done. Sit down, humble yourself, say thank you. Let's work together. But y'all can't do that. Not my chat room. This is for the masses. Another important note to understand before I show you this video about Hinduism. is this. I am a Taurus, ruled by Venus and Chandra, the moon. In India, Venus is known as Shukra, which means sperm. And I'm into porn, sadly. Trying to get over that. I'll get there. But it makes sense. Shukra is the guru of demons and demigods. Okay? What is Shukra's story? You're going to love this. Shukra's mother was the goddess mother of the demon clan. And before Shukra was born, Vishnu told her, you better not misbehave. If you do, I'm going to kill you. And she goes, fuck you, I'm a demon. Look what I can do. Of course, arrogant. So Vishnu chops off the mother, the head of the mother of Shukra. And the husband did not like this. The husband's name is Bhrigu. And after this happens, Bhrigu curses Vishnu. And he says, you will reincarnate in every other age and have to lose your lover and suffer the same pain you gave me right now. And Vishnu accepts that. He could have said no. So yoga, really? You sure? You sit in lotus? Okay. You sure you know what you're doing? Be careful. I'm not darning Hinduism at all. It's great. I'm just this generic shit. We call it Starbucks yoga. Instant yoga. You want to lose weight and look good and just attract a man or a woman. I know what you're doing. You're not doing it for spirituality. You're doing it to have a nice round bum bum. Okay, it works for that. Nice flat stomach and camel toe. I've seen them. There's a studio in Iowa. I see them. And they're beautiful, by the way. I'm not dissing this, but when I watch them go with the yoga mats, they're wearing all this tight shit, showing off their body parts. This is not yoga. You should be covering that. It's your sacred temple because you're the goddess. But nope, they have their ass out, their stomach flat, the nipples are hard. I get it. The men too, right? You know, you're going in the studio. And what do you think they're really doing? They're all flirting and doing asana and breathe and imagine you're in a tropical beach and Om Namah Shivaya. Like, people, this is not good for you. It's half truth. You have to be careful. I am not damning you. Do you, honey? But this is the truth. Real yoga is understanding the stories, the metaphors of what made it. If you know nothing about Shiva who made yoga, you are not doing yoga. You are just going to the gym, getting pumped, so that one day some guy can see your ass and go, oh my God, and you'll laugh at him and call the police on him. But you liked it though, because you women are like cats. You torture the insect and you hide somewhere and stare at it and watch it die. You paw it again because you're pussies. It's okay, Leo. This is not disrespect. You ever watched a cat torture a fucking insect? The female? They're very devious. When they watch it and they go back and kill it. They torture it. This is what you women do with your sexual energy. You are torturing men that have been raised on porn, sadly, and Disney, and fast food, and alcohol, and legal poison. And you wonder why there's sexual harassment? You wonder why I'm looking at your chest. It's nothing personal. It really isn't. You're only turning on my lust. But you're a victim now. Fuck out of here, man. Om Namah Shivaya. Who is this guy? God damn. I put a feet in so many asses. I can see toenails coming out of your eyes. You're a Venus. Of course you are. Mars. What up, Browns boy? You removed your comment. It's okay. What is Brownsville, New York? Brown? You better wake your ass up. Krishna means black. Your doo-doo is brown, or if it's black, it means that you're dying. You get your doo-doo and the color of it. Black particles coming out, particles, tar. You ain't got to smoke to have tar, boo-boo. The food you're eating causes plaque in your heart, probably more than cigarettes. I am not saying to smoke, honey. I'm wary of you people who know I smoke and you're looking at me and you think that you're spiritual because you don't curse. You're raising your frequency. People who use these words, raising the frequency, just be careful of them. They're good actors. When I come in the room, I am your test. All you truthers, no ego. I am your test to see if you're woke. Put me in the fucking podcast with you or the panel and let's play Russian roulette. Let's just see where I guarantee you won't last a minute. And I'll show you what I got. I'll back it up and I'll add to what you said and you missed something and you will hate me for that. What happened to that peaceful person you were? What happened to that conscious raising the Christ energy? No, it all goes to shit when someone else comes in and proves you kind of wrong, which means that you're doing it for the ego, to brag about it, to shame other people. Real motherfucking talk. Brown or black is Krishna. Dirt of the earth, Krishna means dirt. Is dirt black and brown? Science only? God. Krishna means earth. So does Africa, honey. Terra, it's not a black race, dumbass. You got white South Africans that are blacker than you and me, apparently. Jesus Christ, wake up. Isn't Elon Musk South African? Apparently, you better wake up. Nothing going on there. Just an inventor who always sits like this. Elon Musk. Hey, Elon, I see this a lot, buddy. Donald Trump, Obama. We see it a lot. What's going on? Every fucking video, Elon Musk is like this. What's going on, dude? Who are you talking to, buddy? The Triangulum constellation that your Freemasons use as the compass? I'm not stupid, boo. I see you, honey. I don't care what degree you think you are. I am the degree of an orb. The orb made the freaking number of bones in your spine that are 33 for you to even be a degree of that, high priest. Took a long time to make me, and I am here to also get rid of these Freemasons who are not on the right path. Not all of them are evil, but enough of them are running your shit. There's a statue of Trump with a Freemasonic ring on his finger, and he's like this, and he's fat. Look it up, man. Surprised? Now, my phone has a crack in it, but I believe you'll be able to see what I'm going to show you. This is history. This goes beyond your opinion, beyond comments, beyond the truth, beyond the Illuminati, beyond the flat earth, or the ball earth, or the vegan, or the raw fruit person, or the urine therapist, or whatever you think you are, the lawyer, the scientist. It goes beyond NASA, honey, and green screen. What made the green screen technology? Venus's color is green, emerald. She rules that, and she will work with evil people if they do the rituals. And she'll work with good people if they do the work and acknowledge her. Happened to me. When I said glow after rapping about Venus, an orb came out of my mouth 7 years ago. The video is down below. Dust?
This orb was for this yogi. This man's got to be 70-something years old. The video starts. Om Namah Shivaya. That.
Okay.
This yogi. This orb. I want to honor real yogis. So on YouTube, check this video out. It says, unbelievable sadhu living under snow in Mount Kailash in the Himalayas. Okay, on YouTube. This orb is for this yogi. This man's got to be 70 somewhat years old. The video starts. Om Namah Shivaya.
Hold on. I'm so sorry. It's blurry because the lighting, so you can't see the one over my head. Damn it. I'll try it one more time. If it fails, whatever.
The video starts. Om Namah Shivaya.
Sorry, excuse me.
This orb is for this yogi. This man's got to be 70 somewhat years old. The video starts. Om Namah Shivaya.
Did you see that? Okay. Dust can't do that. It's fact. You saw it. It hit the target, the top of my head, and then it went up. Dust can do that? You gotta wake up. And when someone comes who's unique, people, accept them. Isn't that what your Christ was about? Jesus, miracles? I'm not calling myself that. But when they actually come here, even Krishna says this. He says, many will not know me. Doesn't also your Jesus say that in the Bible? Many of them will not know me. They will reject me. But I will still love them. I will come down here on earth. And I will do the work. And they will forget me and they will ignore me. And I know that. Hello, Christian and Hindu. Now, this second one is the most important one in my opinion. Got to rewind it.
The video starts. Om Namah Shivaya. That one just went on my head and went up when I mentioned this guru. His name is Sadhu. He spends time under...
Did you see that? I missed that one. Rewind it. That one was real clear. It was a Kundalini orb. Rewind that shit. It comes from the head of Parvati on my shirt.
That one just went on my head and went up when I mentioned this guru. His name is Sadhu. He spends time under...
One more time. That one's got to get played back, homie. Look where it comes from. But I want you to see a little more before that.
70 somewhat years old. The video starts. Om Namah Shivaya. That one just went on my head and went up when I mentioned this guru. His name is Sadhu. He spends time under...
Does dust move perfectly up, bounce off something, split into other orbs, and then disappear? And I didn't see it. Now, the only way it can be dust, I've done experiments. I've seen hair fly from my lamp and cross the phone, and it was kind of like an orb, but then it just fell. So I have seen it, and I look for it. That one I didn't see. That's how I know it's an orb. If I can't see it and I go on my phone and I see it after, I'm like, oh shit, that was the Kundalini orb. What up there? Very cute. Orb, Orab, Arab, Rab, Rabbi. Good one. I like that. Thank you for wanting to see it again. So you all see it, right? This is not a game, man. That's the truth. That's what the heavenly body is. In Corinthians. And it's coming near me, little old me, but I am you. Wow. When that happened, I was speaking about the Agoris who go to Mount Kailash where you can die, and they meditate buried alive in snow and cold water with no shirt, no socks, no gloves. Just a little bit of like cotton pants. And they come out, Om Namah Shivaya, and they're shivering and they're walking around for hours, living there. Shiva devotion. Are you kidding me? You and I would die within 5 minutes of this. It's that cold. In fact, they even tell you that not anyone is allowed in Mount Kailash because it's so cold. But there are certain humans who are allowed, because Shiva lives in Mount Kailash. Orb, bore, ball, vol, love. Right. And I'm holding a picture of child art. And it went up the child art paper. It actually went into the eye. The baby drew a face with 2 holes in it, and the orb went in one of the eyes, and then it went up. So I know it's intelligent, and I know what I'm doing. I'm doing experiments. Of course, something from a child, and then wearing Shiva and Parvati, and then being in the right energy. You don't have to be from India or a caste system or have some guru to figure out the secret. And I'm speaking about Agoris that I don't even know, and this cold therapy they do, and they like that. And the orb came from the head of the wife of Shiva, who was a version of Shiva, their transgender Parvati. Thank you, LGBTQ. Step it up, honey. With your pronouns, we love you. Your little booklet there, how to address you. I've seen many transgenders, and we love you. No problem. I've seen many that are very cliquish. They only hang out with their race, first of all. I don't see any diversity. Hanging out with people that look just like them only. They're not getting out with animals and insects and sunlight and moonlight. I don't see them doing anything outside, walking around with the surgeries. Okay. And then you come across me. I'm like, hi, how are you doing? They walk right by me. Don't even look at me. Yep. Like they're better. I've seen it. And I'm like, really? So your movement too is about ego. It's not about compassion for all the hell you might be going through. All the beat downs you get. Maybe you get killed for your belief. Okay. I might get killed for my orbs. I'm not afraid of death. And I've already died and come back. So bring it. I will come back again with amnesia, honey. And I will literally show you more than orbs in my next life. I will transform into them and come back in a body. I'm going to elevate it. This is one phase of me. Like you, this is one avatar. The next one, I might be a white girl. Japanese. No English. And at some point, I'm going to wake up and become an orb and then become a human. I'm going to elevate and expand upon this. Trust me. Yeah, I might be in Brazil. As a transgender. Maybe I'm one of you. But I have this ability. I wake up and I become an orb and a human. They're like, who is this guy? That's what I'm seeing in my theories here. Now, let's look up this guy who meditates under snow, possibly killing himself for Shiva, but does not die. I'm going to play the video. You need to see this. You do yoga, right? There he is.
हरिओम हरिओम जय भोलेनाथ जय भोले ओम 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 जय भोले ओम हर हर गंगे हर हर महादेव ओम ओम जय भोलेनाथ ओम ओम.
And there's more than that. You do yoga? He's saying Gange, Bole. And you can hear his voice. He's fucking cold still. He's like, ah! Oh, but someone's going to say, oh, that's AI. That's an AI video, right? Yeah. We know that AI is slick. Not this one, honey. And if you do say that, why don't you fly to India? Shut up. Relax. Don't want to believe in God. Only your video games and your needles and your movie stars and your gambling addiction and crystal meth. Okay. And your money making and being broke and rich and partner, having kids, and then didn't work out. So you have more kids. and then another fucking person will have your kids. And you have all these fucking kids from different situations, and you can't even afford to take care of them. You people are ruling the world too, and you're worse than the Illuminati. But I love you. I have compassion for you, but you are worse than Freemasons because there's more of you. And they want your kind of person. Did you see that? Wow. I don't know shit. Okay. Wow. And I'm the orb guy. So my orb came speaking about that one. Cobra, aura. Cobra has orb in it. Nice. They have no idea who they are. Orb, bra, kadab, aura. Very cute. By the way, thanks for the lectures on the constellations. It gave me information about the Windtay people. Oh, thank you. Okay. Very cute. You already are. There's multiple versions of you all across. Right. Yeah, Ionosphere. Right. And you too. Right. What up, Tengu? Cobra has orb in it. Cobra aura. Very cute. So that should humble a lot of people right there. So y'all don't know shit. Not my chat room. You people who do yoga. For example, we have a studio in Iowa, and I am not disrespecting this. Listen, I would rather have that than a McDonald's. Once again, I don't judge your diet. I used to eat it. There is a studio in Iowa called Hot House Yoga. It's a good concept. You go in there. They have heaters in there, and you sweat with infrared lights while doing yoga in a tight space. Okay. Whenever I go in that building, and I go in there, I can feel the energy is just very corporate. I go to the front desk. I say, hi. Whew, it's pretty cold outside. Do you mind if we get a 5-minute break in here? Just me and my worker here who clean the streets. And I could see the female. She's like, and I'm like, I'm going to ask again. It's like asking for alms in India. Me and my buddy here, it's below zero. Just want a 5-minute break to get warm, standing right here in the lobby. Is that okay? Then the yoga instructor came out. It was like, who are you all? I could feel, I was like, what is the energy? Where's the namaste? Where's the greetings and love you? Like, nope. It was very like, you know what I mean? And she goes over to the chick at the desk. Because we're asking her if it's okay if we can come in here for 5 minutes just to get warm. It's freezing outside. And then she goes, oh, you have to ask her. And we already knew that. And she was still thinking about it. And then she was like, well, I don't care. And I'm like, wow, just say no. Or yes. Was right? Yoga? And the instructor too was kind of like, you see how she was walking? Very alpha. I was like, it's cool. Corporate, getting her money, getting her tip. And she even told me and my friend, you all should try some hot house yoga. And I'm thinking, no, I think you should try some orb yoga. I think you should try some spiritual enlightenment and go outside in the sunlight, stare at it and talk to it and see if anything happens paranormal. That's what Shiva, Brahma, and Vishnu are really about. Not about you have a studio now and I want to come in and use your damn bathroom or get warm. And you're like, oh, it's for clients only. Would Krishna say that? Would Shiva say that? Vishnu? They'll be like, yes, of course, come in. God bless you. Nope. Hot house yoga. Look them up. Those kinds of yogis are who I'm speaking about. Judgment. They seeing through the lenses of duality. She had no idea who she was speaking to. Exactly. And I like that. And I don't mind that. She had no idea that I am yoga and beyond yoga. And so is she. Also an orb. I don't have an ego. But when you have someone come into your place who's enlightened for real, you never know who you're talking to. And that's why Shiva and Vishnu like to come as avatars and you don't know who they are. They'll test you. Shiva, for example, becomes a beggar, and so does Vishnu, a beggar, as a midget. and they don't know it's Vishnu, and they all, who's that? Ugh. It's like, hi, how are you? And why did Vishnu and Shiva do that? Become beggars and homeless and poor. To see if you could see what they're about. Were you good to them? Did you judge them? Did you discard of them? You never know. It might be an avatar of your god. Very